Subscribe the channel for tech-related updates and press the bell icon for instant notifications. Hi, in this video we're going to do gaming performance and camera performance review of Huawei's Honor 10. My name is Rakesh and you're watching Tech Today. In the previous video we did the unboxing and had a quick overview of this phone. If you have not watched that video already, the link is given in the cards and in the description box. In this video, we're going to have a gaming performance review and the camera review of this phone. So without wasting any time, let's get started with this video. Here I am playing Asphalt 8, which is a high graphic game. And let's see how this phone performs with this game. Excuse me for some of the camera angles here. You can see here this phone is managing this game quite smoothly. And there is no frame rate drop till now. And I'm not experiencing any kind of lag on this game whatsoever. All the graphics are being rendered quite smoothly, and the hardware of this phone is supporting this game perfectly. So this game can be used to benchmark any phone on gaming performance, and as per my experience, this phone has done all the justice with this particular game. Alright, let's move to the second game, which is Dead Trigger 2, which is kind of a first shooter game. And let's see how this phone performs with these kind of games. Alright, let's get started with this game. Again, all the movements are quite smooth, with no frame rate drop and no lag whatsoever. The only drawback which I have noticed here, because it has a single firing speaker towards on the right side, you tend to frequently block the sound with the finger in this particular area. Again, here, this game is also being managed by this phone smoothly and perfectly. It's about more than 15 minutes I'm playing continuously with this phone, but the best part of this is that it has not shown any kind of signs of getting hot or even warmer, unlike other phones. So in this area, this phone is managing the temperature also very efficiently. So according to me, this phone is a must-buy for gamers. And let's see how does the camera of this phone performs. So let's talk about the camera specifications first. Here on this phone we get a dual camera setup on the back. The first sensor is 16 megapixel with 1.8 aperture, and the other one is 24 megapixel, a monochrome sensor with 1.8 aperture size. On this setup we can shoot videos up to 2160 pixels at 30 frames per second, and the selfie camera is of 24 megapixel with 2.0 aperture, and this camera can also shoot videos in full HD with 1080 pixel quality. So in my previous video we discussed about the camera interface, which is just like any flagship phones, and it also has the Pro mode to shoot pictures in RAW format. Let's just have a recap of the camera interface. So here on this camera we have many options, starting from aperture mode, where you can increase or decrease the aperture to increase or decrease the depth of the field for the images with the background blur. Portrait mode, where the camera's artificial intelligence identifies that you're trying to click a portrait, and accordingly it adjusts the camera settings to give you the best output. Next is photo mode, which is an auto setting for a normal click. Then comes the video mode, and here in the more options we get so many other features, starting with AR lens, Pro mode, which is a manual mode. You can shoot slow motion videos, a night shot, panorama, monochrome for black and white photos, light painting, HDR, time-lapse, and so many other options. So if we'll go into Pro mode, these are the further controls which we can manage manually, like ISO, autofocus or manual focus, shutter speed, white balance, and metering modes. So alright, this was all about the camera interface. Now I have clicked few images in natural sunlight and in artificial room lighting conditions, and let's see how does this phone has actually performed in different lighting conditions with these various photographs. So here I have clicked this photograph in completely indoor lighting conditions, and you can see still this phone has captured a lot of details. The shutter speed on this phone is blazing fast. This will help you to avoid any motion blurs in your photographs. And here comes the AI feature. So AI feature of this camera detects the object and accordingly decides contrast, colors, sharpness, white background, and color temperature. So if you can see here, when I'm tapping on this AI button, the image clarity changes. The contrast increases and the colors become more punchier, and the overall image quality gets enhances. So that's how the AI feature works here. Even with the front-facing camera, I have experienced that this phone has performed decently. The sensor for the front-facing camera is of 24 megapixel and it does full justice with this phone. So here in the sample image you can see how does AI functions. So here you can clearly see the difference between these two images. The left one is clicked without AI feature on and the right one is clicked with the AI feature. And clearly we can see the difference. The right one has more punchier colors and better color accuracy. Alright, let's see few more sample images which are clicked with this camera. These two images are clicked with aperture mode and you can see how perfectly we are getting the background blur. And this is a similar picture in the normal photo mode. If you will zoom this image, you will see how sharp details this phone captures. Here in these images we have used camera's 2x optical zoom. And you can see here also this camera does a very good job. It does not lose any kind of clarity even while zooming. This picture is clicked in low room lighting conditions with only one light on and still it has given a decent result. These are a few more samples of images clicked under low room lighting conditions. These are the sample images of front-facing camera and that too in the room lighting conditions. Here you can clearly see how good this camera performs with the front-facing camera also. So here is a sample video which I have shot on this phone, and as this phone does not have any sort of image stabilization, optical or digital, so you will get some camera shake while shooting a video. You can observe it here. However, in terms of autofocus and clarity, I am thoroughly impressed with this performance. So this is it for this video. In my next video, I'll be comparing this phone with one of the flagship phones from Samsung and see how does this phone performs in front of the industry giant. So according to me, this phone is worth considering according to its price tag. I hope you'd have liked this video, and if you really did, give the thumbs up, and till now if you have not subscribed to our channel, consider subscribing it. You can also follow me on the Instagram. I've given the link in the description box. Thanks for watching Tech Today.